Number 5, this was the Chiefs pick.
Right.
And you said they were going to go with quarterback picks.
Right. And
now they traded for Matt Castle.
Thank you. And they already gave Matt Castle a nice
but the contract. Yeah, but this is my thing. Charlie Weiss knows this kid.
He knows Matt Castle.
Yeah, but the thing is, he knows his kid Clausen. That's the only reason I said that it would fit, because it was turning into the Midwest New England Patriots. But the pick that they did was a solid pick because it solidified a position on defense.
Yeah, and that was the point I made where I said, look, they need help in the secondary. Their secondary was slightly depleted. None of these cats were too much of a playmaker. They need turnovers. You know what I'm saying?
True. Exactly.
True. They need to take it, because the team to beat in the AFC West is still San Diego, right? And San Diego puts up points. The only way you can defend that is take the ball away from their offense. So they needed a playmaking safety. And who did they go with?
Here's the commissioner with the pick.
With the 5th pick in the 2010 NFL Draft, the Kansas City Chiefs select Eric Berry, safety, Tennessee.
Now, what I like about this kid was his enthusiasm too. Now, old boy seemed like he ready to come in, step right in, and be the leader from what they say and from what he said. What I also like about him is if you look at that, you know what you see? You see grown-ass men. You may see mama and aunties, but you see a lot of men in his life. Which tells me you got a young dude that's got some kind of mentorship and some people to talk to kind of guide in the right way, and he understands what it is.
He's well-rounded.
It looks like
he's grounded.
What's baby fat's name?
He's based.
in the background, like, who can I talk to?
Yeah.
Stacey Evans in the back.
No, I thought it was
I thought that Kimora.
Yeah, I thought it was Kimora Lee in the back.
I know. I ain't mad at her. She at the right place.
Trying to get her. She had to pose like, which one of y'all niggas want the Chinese hooch?
Hey, man, it's a good pick because Romeo Cornell, I know, already called Monty Kiffin. And once Monty Kiffin signed off on him, it was it. Everybody knew he was a rap. I just thought that Clausen would go because I figured, hey, if Weiss had a little
leeway. You and this Clausen shit.
Hey, man.
Clausen, man, come on, man.
The two best quarterbacks.
This is just a draft.
No, look, the two best quarterbacks in this draft are Jimmy Clausen and Mike Kafka. A quarterback's true testament is under pressure. It is not sitting in the pocket looking pretty. It is under pressure.
So you said the Seahawks were gonna go OT.
OT, yes.
And you said Trent Williams would end up here.
Correct.
But it was a flip-flop. Okung ended up here, right?
I believe so.
Playing Mr.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
Do they know, based on what I'm seeing here, do they know who already got picked?
Well, pretty much because they're calling them to say, hey, we're going to pick him.
Off the ground. This would be clear. This guy's a monster.
So I was pretty much right. It's just in different spots.
Right. You had the position correct.
Shanahan went for the athlete. Seattle went for the technician.
With the 6th
and you
pick
can't, Carroll.
Oh, yeah. Well, Pete Carroll, yeah.
And you can't argue with it. If you weren't going to get a quarterback in the first round, you want somebody to help Hasselbeck not be Hasselbeck.
Exactly. Walter Jones is gone.
And you lost Walter Jones, who's probably one of the best linemen of this era of linemen. So it's a good pick. You can't argue with the pick.
So I had the right players just in different teams, but I had the right mindset.
Yeah. All right. Pause it down.
CJ Spiller.
Now check this out. So you're saying So here's where this part right here is where KP said the Browns were going to trade with the Raiders. They were going to change from 7th to 8th, and that the Raiders were going to take the 7th pick to grab CJ Spiller, and that the Browns were going to drop to 8th to get who?
Barry.
To get Barry.
Barry, but Barry's off the board. Now remember the logic. The logic is the Raiders always reach on players.
But what the Raiders want may not be a damn thing to the Browns.
But everybody's on the phone trying to make trades.
But why would the Browns do it? It's got to benefit
Because
both
they
people.
didn't really want the spot, and that's what Holmgren said. I'm out here to
Well,
throw
what's the
shit
difference?
up.
What's the difference between going?
Because
8
Al
and 7?
Davis is the kind of person that would do something like that.
Wait, what he gonna put a voodoo on him?
Hey,
Why
Al,
would Cleveland change picks from one pick?
hey,
Browns need a secondary help.
because you get more picks. When you move down, you get that person's extra pick, whatever they give you.
They was gonna get an extra pick just by going
Yes,
down one.
you move down one, you swap places with the Raiders. You said, Raiders, if it had been done, you said, Raiders, give me your 3rd round pick.
Why would the Raiders just give them a 3rd round
Because
pick?
if they really wanted a person, they would move up in the draft. As we see later in the draft, you're going to see a whole bunch of people doing that.
Well, the Browns went with who?
With the 7th pick in the 2010 NFL Draft, the Cleveland Browns select Joe Haden,
Which is a good pick.
defensive back.
Now they got Eric Wright and they got Joe Haden.
Exactly. And I had the Browns taking Barry, but Barry's not there, but they still picked up a DB.
And the smart reason to do it is because, and now you're talking about in this division, Browns got to go up against Anquan Bolden. I know they was pretty much thinking, well, we was going to have to go up against St.
Trying to get hers in. I ain't mad at you, baby.
You know what I'm saying? So this is a good pick. They solidified the second pick. You know.
Was that the same chick?
That's the quarterback from Florida.
Yeah, she worked
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Joe Haden. Yeah.
A little small
You
cat.
know. Are we on right now? Are we live? Don't move the camera. What I would like to say, you guys notice the chop shop. You know how we get down. You know we spread love around. We get our clown on because we have to. That's what we do. We're not ESPN. We're not Fox or any other station. We live on YouTube. What I'm saying to you is this. Don't have thin skin, have thick skin, because we may clown and say certain things, but we love football. We appreciate these young men. We love this just like they mamas and they daddies. We just not crying right now.
And we happy for them.
So we are overjoyed. We are happy. We are the world's greatest fanatics when it comes to this football stuff.
Hey, this pick right here, I'm telling you, the reason it was good is because he plays cover 2 and zone blitzing well. He is not as athletic as the other corners or safeties in this, but he plays cover 2 and zone blitzing well. And Charlie Strong, remember the defensive coordinator of Florida, who's now at the University of Louisville, he set him up perfectly. That's why they picked him. He is more physical. That's why Cleveland wanted
I think your mental get in the way of your words.
No,
you start to lose steam as you get to the end of your sentence.
You got Hayden on one side, you got Eric Wright on the other side, a former cornerback out of UNLV, by the way, at USC.
I'm trying to get our audience to subscribe. Hey, y'all subscribe to us. Quit laying in the cut. Let us know how you like us. Subscribe, because we coming at y'all for the next upcoming season. You understand what I'm saying? We coming up for the next upcoming season. We advertisement, all kind of shit we gonna do, right?
Man, yes, we are.
All kind of, we gonna be broadcasting live remotes.
Merch.